And they automatically had to start keeping dreads and long beards. You get. Hello everyone, my name is Nena and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video I'll be talking about the things you need to pack when you travel. Stay till the end for some bonus tips that I'm going to be sharing that nobody tells you, and trust me, you like it. Well, for me, the first and most important on my list would be food. You know, some people like to travel without food, especially guys, and then they go, oh, I'll eat out or I'll buy food. Well, depending on where you're going to, I'm in Sweden and it is quite expensive to eat out. Not only is it expensive, you know, getting used to their kind of food might take some time. If you're from Africa, we love our dishes. Yes, so the basic things that you may need to come with are some of your local ingredients that can be preserved for a long time, that can be dried and that can last in the fridge for some time. In Nigeria, number one would be egusi, ogbono, maybe dried vegetables, but I don't really recommend that. It's kind of relative, really. For vegetables, that's ugu. You really can't preserve that for long when it's dried, and it loses its flavor, if you ask me. So the kind of leaves that you may want to dry and come with maybe bitter leaf, scent leaf. So it really depends on you, right? It is very important that you dry this stuff properly, or else they get really caked up. Now look at what this looks like when it's not properly dried. Even the ogbono, it's all lumpy, so it's important you dry it properly. Okay, so let's get back to the video. Another important thing would be the small animals in the soup. Yes, by that I mean fish, dried fish and stockfish. These stuff are quite expensive in the African shops here, and I believe it costs across different parts of the world. So if you can come with a lot of them, that will do you good, and they are not so heavy, especially stockfish. Stockfish is not so heavy depending on the one you get though. So if you can come with this stuff to help you when you arrive to cook some of your local delicacies, then that will be super useful. So next up would be clothing. Yes, this is the next most important after food. Yeah, what kind of clothes are you supposed to come with ideally? Again, depending on the country you're going to and their weather and the season with which you arrive. There are 4 major seasons: autumn, spring, winter and summer. For students, you most likely will be arriving in August, and that is autumn. Autumn, yes, is the season before winter. Winter is the very cold season, so that period is a little cold, not so cold. So if you're coming here for the first time, you may find it quite cold. So I advise that you come with thick clothing that gives you some form of warmth, you know, makes you feel warm, something like what I'm wearing, or sweaters, really. So you're kind of safe, right? Because when it gets to winter, it gets really cold. By then you would have settled in and gotten some better clothes that would help you during the cold season. So that's for tops. For bottoms, you may come with trousers, shortest bet. I came with some short skirts because I wanted to show off my hot legs, but man, those skirts are still in my box and I've never ever used them because of the weather. It's summer now, I can wear them, but really it's Corona, there's really no place to go, so they're in my box. So if you're coming, some countries are opening up depending, but trousers are the surest bets. Jeans, sweatpants, yeah, they work. So that's that for bottoms. Then next up would be your footwear. Again, the surest bet would be getting sneakers. Can get those ones that are like rough and tumble, that's all weather. You can take it to anywhere and everywhere and they will survive the harsh seasons and the cold seasons. And when you come with these sneakers, let their sole, yes, let it be kind of, let it not be smooth, okay? Because during the cold season you might have snow and you may be slippery. So come with the ones that the sole are not smooth and will make you glide. Okay, just so you know. Generally for clothes, I don't think you should come with so much. I believe that when you come here, you can start getting little by little, because some people tend to pack a lot of clothes that they never get to use. So be strategic about that, because you do not have so much allowance or luggage allowance depending on how you travel or what flights you use or how much you're allowed to really travel with. So be smart and strategic about packing clothes. Finally, about clothing, you may want to come with a winter jacket, maybe 1 or 2 depending, because the weather here is totally different from what you have back home. It's quite cold in Sweden. I think it's one of the coldest after some very cold countries like Canada, Russia and all. But if you're coming, it to be good you come with, even if it's just 1. So when you come here, you get the jacket that is suited for their weather. So don't go buying too much, because it's really going to occupy space and you may not need them, or they might not suit the weather conditions here. So 1 or 2. Okay, for ladies, it will do you good to come with a lot of wigs. This is because it's very expensive to make hair here. My god,
I never expected it.
to braid your hair here, you spend like probably in the currency here 1,000 crowns. That translates to about $100, and unfortunately you may not really get exactly what you want. By that I mean you may not get the best quality, and you spend so much. So for students, I think that may be too much financial burden on you. So come with lots of wigs. If you can braid yourself, or if you're lucky to find a friend here that can braid your hair for you, super, you're blessed. But if not, come with wigs that can serve you. Again, if you want to come, I advise you make something that you can carry for a long time. My hair, I've had it on since I got here. Yeah, and I take care of it. I wash it frequently. It's dread and it has served me for this long. So for the guys, wow, you need to know that to get a shave or to barb your hair here is quite expensive. So we are looking at 200 crowns per visit, or the least, I think 200 to 400 crowns, depending on how often you shave. Once a week, twice a week, once in a month, it really depends on you. So you don't want to be spending all that amount of money every time you go to shave your hair. So it is good if you come with your own clipper. So if you have a friend that can help you do your business, so it's easier for you. See, don't forget this one, because I know many African guys here, my friends that came, they had no idea. I don't know, maybe they didn't ask questions or they just did not know, and they automatically had to start keeping dreads and long beards. You get, so it wasn't planned for, but automatically they turn their head to dada and dreads. So you don't want that, right? So come with your own clipper so you can help yourself out and save costs, at least for the period when you just arrive here. Okay, this last category, I'll group 4 things in one, and I call them others. So first things, you may have to come with some medicine, maybe anti-malarial, because there are some drugs that you can't get here without a doctor's prescription. Now, I'm not in any way supporting self-medication, but there are some of those times when you feel like you do not feel well and you probably have a doctor, a close, maybe a family relative or a friend, and you explain your symptoms, and and they ask you, okay, you can go get this. Unfortunately, you can't get it over the counter, and then getting a doctor's appointment might take a long time. This may come in handy, but again, I am in no way supporting self-medication, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Stuff like antibiotics, you cannot get them off the counter without the doctor's prescription here in this part of the world, right? So you may want to come with some of those stuff that may be useful to you. Another thing in the others category is a power bank during transit. This is when it will be most useful, because when you come here, they always have lights. Yay. They always have electricity here. You may need a power bank while you're on transit, so you don't run out of battery or power, so your phone is always powered up. Okay, and also in this category, the charging ports, is that what they call it, the wall sockets here are quite different. So depending on your country and where you're coming from, you may want to check. I'll put a picture of what it looks like. So you may need like an adapter to connect before you can connect your phone. So this is very important, or else when you arrive you may not be able to charge your phone. It's very little, but one of the most important things you should not forget to come with when you're relocating or traveling to another part or anywhere at all. Find out what they use there and check ways in which you can make your device compatible to it. Okay, and now we come to the bonus part. Yay! It's really simple. If you know for sure that you would not be able to handle just two, because most airlines give two luggages and a hand luggage and probably a small bag, but if you know for sure that you pack heavily, try to pay for an extra luggage at the point of your booking the flight, because when you come to the airport with extra and they weigh your bags and it's too much, you will pay so much. So avoid that and book for extra luggage at the point of you booking for your flight. That's my bonus tip. And for the real bonus tip, people, listen, this is important and nobody tells you this. You need to make sure that your mental health is fully charged, 100%. If you can overcharge it, super. Make sure your mental health is intact. I know that a lot of people shy away from this topic and they don't like to talk about it, but it's happening. And moving to a new place comes with a lot of adapting, a lot of pressure, a lot of change, shocks, things that you ordinarily would not believe that they might affect you in some way. You get? So the issues you face in your country or the challenges you face in your country are super different from the challenges that you may face here. I mean, the fact alone that you're moving to a totally different place is enough to want to knock some people out. So please, when you're coming, drop whatever beliefs you have. For people for people in my country, Nigeria, they'll always say, if you can survive Nigeria, you can survive anywhere. Please drop that at the airport. Drop it and leave it there, okay? Because as much as that could be true, really, you do not know where you're going to, and you sure are not certain of what is going to hit you, okay? So just have a ready mind. Be open to whatever may happen or whatever it is you're going to face. That's where you face it better, instead of being naive or playing superhero and then you come and one little thing just knocks you off. Okay, so that's my bonus tip. So this will be all for this video. I really hope it was useful to you. If it was, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and share to people that are planning to relocate to any country, because I feel that, and I know that the tips that I've shared cut across different countries and can be applied to any country you're relocating to, as a student, as a worker, or as anybody. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. Thank you. So in the description there's a link to join our Facebook group where you have other Africans, where you can ask questions and you have a better perspective from different people. Join the group. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.